The views and opinions expressed in this podcast should not be taken seriously. All jokes and banter are not meant to be taken up the ass. And no, you may not talk to my manager. So get back to not doing your homework or not doing your job and enjoy the Rollin' Thick podcast.
Are you ready?
Rollin' thick, rollin' thick.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Rolling Thick Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Teddy.
And I'm Bunz.
And we're back. Number 3 in a row. Hell yeah.
Is it 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Nice.
This week was long as fuck. It took forever.
On Friday, I didn't know it was Friday. I thought it was Thursday. This week went by so fast.
Yeah. It was so slow for me.
No. Yeah, I needed like 3 more days in the week. I wasn't ready for the weekend yet.
Like, I felt like yesterday was such a long day with my kids. I feel like I had 3 days off. Versus like when I just go to my mom's house.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, the weekend's over already? I'm just like, fuck. But even though it went by so slow, we didn't get anything together.
I know. No,
Well,
I was like, it wasn't until like this morning. I'm like, I should probably figure out what's going on, what we're doing. And then I forgot I even texted you.
oh my god, I messaged you and I forgot
until
that you said
until I replied to my own message going, "Hey, what's up?" Yeah, I forgot I even sent you a message. And so yeah,
That's funny because when you messaged me, like not even that long ago, I'm like, oh shit. Oh, I didn't even press fucking send. Because you were asking like what we're doing and you gave me a couple suggestions. I was like, yeah, I'm down with out of the 3, I picked 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were gonna initially do TikTok trends or like something.
I looked
like
at
that.
some. I couldn't really find very many.
I feel like we have to be in person. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, there is some, but there's also some that we wouldn't. But it's like it's a lot of digging around, and I did not have the time this weekend to do it or week. And yeah, this morning when I texted you, I was like, "Well, I'll have time to look up some stuff real quick." However, that was also a lie.
Yeah.
So that's not how my day played out at all. I didn't even get my kids to bed. Well, the other one's still awake, but the youngest, I didn't even get her to bed till like
She's all waiting.
9:15.
She's all waiting.
9:15, and that kid usually goes to bed at 8. I'm so far behind on my day to day. It's not even funny.
That's funny.
So
They're just at school. I didn't get enough sleep because mom.
pretty much.
She didn't fucking told me to go to bed.
Thank goodness there's no school tomorrow. It's Sunday,
that's
so
true.
we're okay.
I go to
But
work
yeah.
tomorrow. That's why.
Gross. Yeah,
No.
no. I got her to bed, but even like this morning, I didn't take a shower. It was on my schedule of things to do. I did not do it until 5 minutes before I sat down to get on here, which was about 10, 20 minutes ago.
I've gotten pretty. How do I put it? I didn't get pretty, like you do, but I've decided this year I'm gonna be really punctual about like my morning routine.
Yeah.
Like last night I didn't get any sleep because my kids wouldn't get off my bed. They fucking wouldn't. And I was like sitting in the corner falling off. And then it was really fucking cold, so I had like gave them all the blankets and the heater. And I didn't get any sleep. And then like 6:30 came along and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get I didn't even have nothing to do. I just went in the shower, brushed my teeth, and I was getting ready and I'm like, I'm going to bed. Like even if I have nothing to do, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna be really anal about getting up a certain time.
Yeah.
Making sure that's ready. So if anything were to pop off, just gotta throw
You're
my
ready to
pants
go.
on. I just gotta throw my pants on, yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
I am not. I
Plus I
usually
want to
end up-
start streaming in the morning.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
so
I really want to get back to streaming. Hopefully next month
when everything settles
is my
down.
hope. Kind of. There's a whole lot that I got planned. And there'll probably be a period of time where I'm not gonna have the kids for like a couple months, and so I can really get stuff settled down and set up. And
Oh yeah.
but we'll see. I'm not make. I also gotta get a job, so we'll see.
Yeah,
But
no.
usually I end up with like a kid or two in my bed, so in the morning I'm up at like 3 or 4, and then I'll go back to sleep and doze on and off for the rest of the morning. But as soon as that sunlight hits my window,
Kids
the
are up.
youngest child is in my bed, and she goes, "Mommy, it's morning out." And I'm
It's
like,
a beautiful day.
and I'm like, "That's nice. I'm not awake yet." And she's like, "Ugh, you need to feed me breakfast."
What am I
And
gonna
I'm like,
do?
I
Oh my
don't
god.
want to feed you breakfast right now. So maybe no.
That
So it's like,
that
you go
reminds
downstairs
me.
to get food or something.
So today, I was in the shower. I had just got out of the shower and I was getting dry and changed, and my daughter picks her head in through the. I don't have a door. I have a curtain. She picks her head
Yeah.
through the curtain, and I'm like, "Why the fuck are you awake?" And she's just like, yeah. And I was like, "Go back to bed." And she goes and she wakes up her brother, and I'm like, "You motherfuckers!"
Oh my god, that's horrible.
And what happened was, I accidentally left one of the curtains open up a little bit, like the window, and the
yeah.
light came in, and she woke up because the light.
Ah, damn sunlight, I tell you.
Yeah. So then I got out, and they were both awake, and I'm just like, no. And I turned off because I was tired. I didn't get any sleep. I turned off all the lights and I closed the curtain. I was like, no, we're going back to bed. And I went to bed, and they went to bed, but like 8 o'clock came around, and I was still tired. And I woke up, and these fools, I have a big ass bag of suckers, of blow pops that I give them as rewards and stuff. And they broke into the fucking thing. I had like a system right here of wires, so they wouldn't fucking get. They broke into it, and it wasn't enough for them to grab one and just like enjoy one. They had to fucking grab one, suck it, throw it, grab another one, open it, and they had like 8 of them open, and none of them were finished. They were just fucking. They were trying to gnaw on them.
They were just tasting them.
Yeah. I had leftovers. They ate all the left. At least they ate food because I had leftovers on the desk.
Yeah,
and they ate the leftovers.
that works, I guess.
And so I woke up and I was like, and I made them throw it away physically into the trash.
Yeah,
and then I threw the candy on top of the cabinet, which I kind of regret because I can't get up there.
I do that too. It's like, well, now none of us can have it. I hope you're all happy.
But she wakes up her brother, and it's so annoying.
Elena will try and do that to Elisa too, and she'll be like, "Can I go get sister up?" I'm like, "No, don't get your sister up." And then I'll doze off, and then she goes and she's like, "Sister's mad at me." I'm like, why? I tried to wake her up. She's awake now.
See, like my daughter, if she wakes up early, I can cuddle her and she'll go back to sleep. But once my son wakes up, his energy just goes whoop, and he stays up here all fucking day. Like, your eyes aren't even open yet, dude. Relax.
Chill. Nah, Elena's pretty good. I keep the remote on the windowsill, so for the most part, she'll grab the remote and she'll turn on Netflix. And then I just have to listen to Coco Melon or something stupid in the background.
Some Peppa Pig.
So I mean, no, that's on Prime, and I don't have Prime on my TV up here.
Oh.
But for the most part, it's just Netflix. We're fancy here. And she, but no, the moment that son, Mama, it's morning out. And I'm just like, I want to punch you in the face. I love you, but it's not a great day.
Just wait till when they get to teenagers, just wake them up like at 3, 4 in the morning.
I can't wake my child up.
No, they're gonna get to an age where they're gonna be like light sleepers.
I don't think Elise is ever gonna be like.
You shake them up and you make them go into the shower.
I have to shake. I lift my oldest one up. I sit her straight vertical and shake her, and she just flops around like a rag doll.
Water will do it.
I got a squirt bottle, and I
That
spray
would
the
do it.
bottom of her foot because I don't want to spray her face. That's just mean.
I
But
would.
I don't
Right
have
in
the
her
squirt
nose.
bottle right now. I slap her in the face.
Put that shit right in her nose. Be like, shh, shh, shh.
No, I'm not mean.
I'm pretty sure I can get 3 squeezes in before they fucking move.
No, I would never do that. But no, I definitely I sit her up and I like slap her face pretty hard. Not hard enough to hurt, but like
That's
wake
just
the fuck up.
It's gonna come out the other nostrils. How fast it was.
I would never. That would be so mean.
It's gonna
That'd
wake up
be
like
so
I was
mean.
waterboarding his ass.
No, I
You
squirt
could
the
just hold her
bottom of her
nose too.
foot.
If you hold
no,
her nose,
she doesn't- no, because she sleeps with her mouth open. I'd have to like suffocate her.
punch her in the back of the throat.
Like no. So it's squirt the bottom of the feet or slap her in the face. And lately I've been going to slap her in the face, but
Or lemon. Some
lightly.
lemon in her teeth.
Okay, that is way too much work in the morning. I'm barely awake myself.
Well, if you're Mexican like me, you would have a little slice of lemon in the bathroom.
Why?
Honestly, because oh my god, like when I was growing up, I wouldn't have deodorant. Well, I just put some lemon. What the fuck?
Oh, that makes sense. I
And
guess.
it also works for acne or whatever. Just put your lemon on your fucking acne.
Interesting.
That is crazy.
More you know.
What are you saying? What's a lemon?
I wouldn't want to put lemon that she's been putting on her armpits and her face. That'd be kind of.
I don't know. Okay. There's all kinds of weird shit in the restroom growing up. Fucking lemons and rocks. That's some weird shit. But yeah, so since we have nothing planned,
We're,
if we get enough people in here, we'll do a little Q&A. But for now, we're gonna go on Reddit because that's all we
I found
planned.
I found a list. That's what gave me the idea. Is I found a list and it was like questions to ask your friends to like
Oh shit! Hit me
get
with
to
it.
know your friends.
Hit
I
me.
gotta find it now. That was like 3 or
That's
4 days
unprofessional.
ago, and I was reading them, and I'm like, huh, these are some interesting questions. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this would be a fun like podcast episode. Some of the questions were like really deep and like really personal that you would not want
I bet.
aired on anywhere. And I was thinking personally reading them, I'm like, I wouldn't fucking tell my friend that. That's way too personal. That's for me and me only. Thank you.
Now I'm curious. I really want to
Fine,
know.
I'll see if I can find it. Wonder if it's in my search. Well, it's not search history, but it would be in my browsing history. Hopefully, it wasn't too long ago. Good thing I don't surf the internet much. 75 best questions. It was on the Today Show.
75?
Yeah, it's 75 questions to ask your friends to get to know them on a deeper level.
Okay. Hit me with it.
They're not like that excellent. They're just questions that you'd ask your friends to get to know them.
What's your favorite color?
I know my favorite. Well, obviously, I know my favorite color. That was dumb. I meant
Go take a lap.
say-
Go take a lap.
I think I know yours,
Go.
but I'm not. Orange.
Yeah.
Yes, I remembered. Do you remember mine?
Purple?
Yeah.
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 Damn, we
Thanks,
should
best-
get married. This is going great.
We're good. We're good.
Married people don't know shit about each other.
No, they don't. Your
That's
voice
the-
went all robotic. Hopefully, it's not my bit rate. Dropping a little.
Spectrum.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh, you don't have Spectrum, huh?
Spectrum. No,
What do you
I have Xfinity,
Xfinity.
Comcast.
That sounds hello retro.
Okay, so there's categories. There's deep questions, fun, sometimes funny questions, hard questions, personal questions.
Let's start with the first one you said.
Deep
Yeah, deep.
questions?
Get deep. Yeah.
But these are deep ones. These are really deep. I don't know if I talk about them all. Like I don't know. Would you rather people perceive you as being kind, smart, or attractive?
I think kind.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Cause smart,
Smart can come off as an asshole.
yeah. And then what was the other one?
Attractive.
Attractive? Nah, that's not really been. That's never been one of my.
It's not like what does that? You can look at
Like,
somebody. Okay,
like you
they're
know
pretty.
that friend.
They're like,
that
what
friend I
else?
had?
What else do you have?
That fool's fucking sexy. And,
And then that's it. Like
Can he
when
build a
people want to
house?
describe you, yeah, when people describe you to somebody else, or I know so and so, it's like, do you want them to say, "Oh, they're really smart," or "Oh, they're so pretty"? I would rather people say, "Yeah,
Yeah,
she's really nice. She's a
that's
nice person."
he's cool. You know, just chill.
Yeah. So that's
Plus,
just me.
I wear glasses. Okay, I don't need to look smart. I already. What?
You
I
already
don't-
have that.
Yeah, I already have that.
I don't
Going.
need to look attractive. I already know I'm like an 11. So we're good. And kind? Come on. I don't even need to be smart. I'm just pretty and nice. That's all I
Gotta
need.
leave some for the rest of y'all.
Yes. I wish I was smart, but I think on this podcast, we've made it well known
It's
how
because
not smart.
I tend to
how
ask
not
questions no
smart
one
we
ever
are.
thinks about.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. We were doing deep questions, right? There's a lot of them. I'm trying to read ones that would be
They're
not
difficult to answer.
not too hard to answer, that aren't gonna like be super deep, but they're deep questions. So,
And it's Confucius.
I know. I don't have an answer to this one yet, but maybe you do. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Oh, that's a good one. I remember when I was going through like the sad boy phase everybody tends to go through. Somebody had told me, I don't even remember who it was, but they told me stop trying to control the things you can't.
Yeah.
Like make them less important. Like
Mm-hmm.
the gist of it was there's a lot of things going on and only a handful of them you can actually control and to your favor, and the ones you can't, just go through them, dude. Like if there's no way around them, you know, like go through them. That's another one too.
Yeah, I've had definitely similar. I use that advice for my oldest a lot. Like we can only control so much. We can only control our own choices and decisions.
Yeah.
And we can't we can guess the outcome. We can try and figure out what might happen, and that's why we make those decisions, but we can't control what actually happens after our decisions either.
Exactly.
We
Or
can
how
only
people perceive them
control
or take them or
exactly. As like the best thing you can do is just control what you can, and the rest we just have to like push
go
through
it. Yeah.
and hope for the best and continue to make the decisions that are going to be best for us
Yeah.
or
And
you or whatever the situation is. Because especially like at school when because she's going through that weird stage with, not quite a teenager, but feeling like a teenager and wanting to be grown up.
when
but
they start
definitely still a
splitting into
kid.
their groups.
Yeah. And she's just like, I don't understand why these people don't like me.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you can't make them like you.
We can only be
And
you, and then
And so it's trying to give her that confidence of it's okay, not everybody's going to like you, and you can't control
yeah.
that. And you don't want
That's
people
so
to
hard.
fake like you.
That's so hard
Yeah.
when you're young.
It's so easy giving the advice, and I'm just like, man, if
No, it's
somebody
'cause-
told me this when at that age, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
What are you even saying, you dumbass? That's because
Yeah.
like us, the older we get, like the easier it is to comprehend some of the things that we're told when we're younger.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah. Like
Wish I would have listened.
somebody had told me to listen to your mom. Like she said,
Uh-huh.
I think one of my uncles, they're like, he's like, I know it doesn't make sense right now. Listen to your mom. It's like,
Yeah.
because she even if she doesn't know your friends, she knows your friends.
Yeah.
And that's something you go, well, how the fuck is she gonna know if I hang out with them all day? And it's because the older you get, the easier it is to go, that guy's gonna be a dick, that guy's gonna be a problem. This one's, it's easier to differentiate, like,
they have the experience.
Yeah, to do that, and you don't. You want them to be cool, so that's what you carry around. True. Like, these fools are cool, but they have bad intentions.
Yeah, I never thought of that, but you're right. It's the experience, and so you can.
Yeah, so you could say something to someone, but if they haven't like figured it out, or they haven't had the proper experience to formulate what you're saying, like, they're just gonna be like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't, because I remember I had a friend. Well, he's still my friend, but he's one of those people that you think you'll never learn anything from.
Mm-hmm.
And one day he said something, I was like, "You motherfucker, are you a genius? Like, is that?
Do you have knowledge?
What?" He had said, "Everything becomes a memory, dude. Just fucking do it." I was like, "Bitch." He's like, "Why are you so scared, dude? Everything becomes a memory, anyways." I was like, "Motherfucker, go back to being stupid. Fuck you."
Don't get all philosophical here. How dare you?
It's a good question.
How dare you? But yeah, it is. I'm trying to think of other. Yeah, the rest of mine are depressing ones. Depressing life advice.
They usually
and
are.
It's not. Yeah, I know, aren't they? They're just like, But
the ones you remember are usually like when you're going through your hardest.
Oh, because that's when you look for advice. Is when your life sucks. You don't look for advice when things are great. That's when you give advice. Not when you're, rock bottom.
I remember me and my friends started going to like our younger friends like high school graduations.
Yeah,
we would go to the graduation like 1 year, 2 years later, and my friend would just be shouting out, "It doesn't get better." I was like, "Shut up, who think I figured it out? It doesn't get better."
Here's one that may or may not work for you. I'm trying to think if I have one, but I don't. Hold on one quick second. Okay. Anyway, here's a question.
Hit me with the question.
Is there a time when you did something that seemed so out of character that most people wouldn't believe it?
Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? Growing up, I was never one to get angry.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like, because I feel like I dealt with a lot of anger like in my household, and not like an out of control anger where like it's concerning, just a lot of like frustration. So when I wasn't home, I would like hold that emotion in a lot, and it became to a point where people were like, "Oh yeah, Teddy, he's always fucking smiling. He's always happy. He's always making jokes." And I do, and I still do that to this day. But we all have our lines and limitations and boundaries. And I remember one time, my friend, the same friend that's kind of dumb, I had lent him a car. I had lent him my vehicle, and he did something with it recklessly, and it was damaged. And everybody was kind of like, "What's gonna happen, dude?" They were just looking at me, and I was gonna hit him. I was, because I was so mad, and everybody was like, "Fuck, I never seen Teddy like that, dude." Like, everybody was kind of scared of what was gonna happen. But at the same time, I always try to be logical and kind of think things through as fast as possible. Yeah. And I was gonna hit him. You have no idea how close I was just gonna blam. But I was like, you know what? Get in the car, fool. He was like, "What?" Get in the car, and everybody's like, "The fool's gonna kill him." But I was like, he's like, "Why?" I was like, "You're gonna come tell my dad what you did, because I'm not gonna fucking take the rap for this shit. Like, this is you did this. Yeah. Come handle your shit." And I was only like 19. And we went over there, and he was like telling my dad. And my dad was like, he was like, "Did you drag him over here to confess?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I did." He could have kicked my ass if He wouldn't have let me explain. He would have just been angry.
Yeah.
But because I brought my friend and I made him explain, he was like, "Those are dumb." It was such a crazy night too, because he's like, "Come on!" Like it's always over some fucking girl too.
Always.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole anger thing is when I get angry, people are like, that's like out of my character. And
I'm trying to think. I haven't done. Man, I don't know. Everything I've done doesn't seem to carry too much. I don't think it doesn't feel weird to me because I did it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like something out of character, because if it was out of character, why would I do it?
I don't know.
But
maybe it was a mistake.
I'm trying to think. The only thing, it's just such a goody two shoes. I never even.
I'm such a people pleaser.
I am. I really am.
I was too.
But the craziest thing I've probably ever done, and I don't even know if I call it crazy, but I met up with a guy off Craigslist.
Of course.
That was probably the dumbest.
Romantically or for business?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
dumb. No. Yeah, no. I was 21, 22, maybe. And it was in the platonic section. But
guys don't know what that means.
I again.
Ooh, I'm down to get some platonic. Hell yeah.
So I went and did that, and I even told, I think it was my little sister. I was like, "Hey, I'm meeting this person from Craigslist. I think I went to Chili's or something. I was like, I'm going here with them," and she just looked at me. She's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, yeah. And this was when Craigslist was still really new. It wasn't.
Yo, Craigslist was popping. I'm not gonna lie. I remember when I was younger.
This was back when it was still really, really new.
Which is kind of bad.
I was just like, I was going through a little like rough patch in my relationship, and I was like, I'm gonna go meet some guy.
But I'm gonna get some dick. Fuck that.
And I went, and then it gets better though. It gets better. I can't believe I'm actually telling this story because I've only told it to like a few people. But then I went to Chili's or wherever it was we actually ate and had some drinks. Then smart me decided, he's like, "You want to go to the park?" The park was just like up the road. I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I got in this dude's car and he drove me to a park.
Deserted park, I bet.
I mean, it's a big park, and we walked around and talked and things that it was just like, how stupid.
So like nothing really happened. It was just you look back at it, you're like, that's not something.
Yeah, like so many things could have happened. So many things could have happened in a very bad way.
Was there a date too though?
No. I had him take me back to the restaurant so I could drive home. I was nice and I was like, "Thank you." And I never talked to him again. And that was probably for the best. But yeah, that was probably the dumbest. And when you look again, back when I was 21, 22, it's not something you would think I would do.
I think it's because it was cliche back then.
I'm very shy, introverted. I don't like talking to people. I don't like meeting new people.
That's true.
And then I went and freaking went and met some dude off Craigslist. So I mean, it's a memory I wish I could erase. But it is.
You want more of those. More experience.
No. Well, experiences, yes. That one, no. I could.
Were you like halfway through? You're like, this is fucking sus.
No. It was as soon as I sat down and talked to him, I knew it was a bad idea. But instead, I'm too nice. So instead of leaving,
you got into his car.
So instead of leaving,
you know what's crazy? A lot of women and girls are like that. They freeze and they just kind of do what you say. Which is really bad.
Oh, it's very bad. I would never. Actually, no, I probably would.
I would never, except for that one time and maybe the next one.
I haven't quite learned my lesson yet. maybe. I just need to not meet people.
It's one of those things that you're prepared for, but when it goes down, like
yeah, like there wasn't
all that shit out the window.
Again, thankfully it was a safe, like nothing bad happened, so to speak. But like,
that's crazy.
I'm trying to think if I was in that situation now.
Girl, you crazy.
You know, instead of 22 being 36, if I was in that situation now, I wouldn't have gotten in his car. I would have gotten back in mine. I wouldn't, but I probably would have finished dinner. I did offer to pay for my food though, and I tried. Damn. I didn't want him to pay for my meal, so
that's because like if we're on a date, I'm paying, especially if I have initiated like the date. If you came up to me like and you wanted to go on a date, I would try to pay. But you invited me, homegirl. You gotta.
I try to pay for my dates when I go on dates. I haven't, but like, yeah, I don't. That's a whole different ballgame there. That's a control issue I have. Craigslist? I don't like being indebted to people, so. But yeah, don't go hooking up on Craigslist. Probably won't be doing that again.
And if you are,
can you even do that? I haven't even been on Craigslist in so long. I kind of want to go look.
Craigslist got a really bad rep. Especially with the Craigslist killer. With the
Craigslist killer, yeah. This was before the killer thing happened. Pretty sure.
So many scams. Like, I remember one time, I have a quick story about Craigslist. I remember one time my brother, he's probably like, the Xbox One had just barely came out. It was like recent. Mm-hmm. And my brother was like, oh, I'm going to go get one. I'm going to go with you? Or were you getting it? He was like, I'm going to Craigslist. I'm gonna get on Craigslist, some guy. I'm gonna meet him up right now. I'm gonna go with you? He's like, nah, it's kind of far. We decided I wasn't gonna go. He went by himself. So he goes and he comes back. Oh, you know what? He wasn't buying one. He was selling his because he wasn't using them.
Okay.
And he went. He's like, I'm gonna sell it. And I told him, you want me to go? He said, nah. Inevitably, I didn't go. And then he came back and he was fucking pissed. He came back like 3 hours later, and I was like, "What happened, fool?" He was mad, and that's out of his character being that angry. Mm-hmm. I was like, "What happened? What happened?" I was trying to get out of it. He's like, he threw $300 at me, like 3 $100 bills. They were fucking fake.
Oh no!
They weren't even good fake. He copied them onto a sheet of a printer at home. He made copies of $100 bill at home, and to fucking put salt in the wound. You know that like the little translucent barcode that runs through the middle of the bill.
Yeah,
they fucking put glitter on it. It was so fucking bad, and I was like, what happened? He's like, dude, he just gave me the it was $400. She just gave me the $400. I looked at him real quick, and I gave him the thing. He was like, oh, okay, cool, and he left, and then I got in the car and I turned on the lights and I noticed that they're fake. I tried calling him and I was like, yeah, he's not gonna fucking come back. You know what happened?
Oh, he's not gonna come back.
And it was so fucking at first we wanted to go see where, how, and what we can do. Mm-hmm. At the end of it, we just laughed at him for a couple years.
That sucked.
He didn't live it down for a couple years, and my brother kept $100 bill, and every once in a while he'd be like, "Here you go, fool."
You put it in a picture frame and give it to him for his birthday or something. God.
He's like, "I'll pay," and he'll give it me like, "Fuck you." It was fucking great.
That's a good life lesson.
Yeah, I was like, you should have told me to go with you, fool.
Wouldn't have mattered if it didn't.
Yeah, it would have, because
look at it. Well, maybe
the console wouldn't have been exchanged until I made sure he fucking checked the bills.
Nah,
because I've done multiple like Craigslist interactions, and I always check the bills, always. So it was a habit for me to check the bill. I had people, why are you checking? I was like, because it's fucking money.
Yeah, like.
You don't trust me?
Like, when you go to a grocery store, they check your like $20 bills even anymore.
I remember I was trying to buy something. No, I was trying to sell something. What was I trying to sell? I had like an extra mixer and I was trying to sell it. You don't trust my money? I was like, you know what? No, I don't. And I gave it back to her. I was like, sorry, and I left.
People should not get offended about you checking.
Yeah. I go,
I bought
here you
a
go.
mattress off Craigslist once.
A mattress? Isn't that illegal?
But not, I'm talking 15 years ago.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to check. I'm going to do a quick Google search.
So it was before it was illegal to sell things like that. It was before there was like a massive fear of bed bugs. It was just we'll just buy used mattresses. I even wrote a check for it. Like, the dude took one of my checks. Who takes a check?
Oh. It is legal, but there's like a lot of hoops you got to jump over. If like a real retailer has trying to sell one, has to be marked used. And still, that's a mattress. There's a couple things I would never buy used.
Yeah, I was young.
I think I would just go buy an air mattress at that point.
We're supposed to upgrade from the air mattress. The air mattress had a hole, and it was not going well. So, I mean, it was fine. It worked out okay. And then eventually we bought a real mattress, but
why are mattresses so fucking expensive? Can somebody answer that for me, please? Like, the minimum you're paying for a queen, for a decent one, is like $1,100.
Yeah. I get mine from Costco, and I put just a fluffy topper on top, and so it's not even $1,000.
I like mine stiff, though. I like mine like kind of stiff.
Oh, well, the one I have, if I don't have my topper on there, is very uncomfortable.
Like a fucking rock.
It is. It's like a Tempur-Pedic, but it's not as soft as an actual Tempur-Pedic. It's just a memory foam. Yeah, it's a fucking rock. So that's why I put the little fluffy topper on top, because I'm a princess. I like my bed soft and fluffy.
Do you have anything on Reddit pulled up?
And what about Reddit?
Do you have anything pulled up like you wanna?
Yeah. We done with questions?
Oh, do you have another one? Let's go on.
I have 75.
Let's go to personal. Let's do a personal one.
Personal one? Okay.
Don't sneeze on me.
Oh, this is gonna be about you and me, I think.
And me.
Hold on.
Why are you giggling?
I can't read some of these questions. They just sound like they're not just for friends. Like, yeah, they're just like.
Read one of them.
They're okay. Sorry, I'm just sitting here. Enjoying myself. So, like, they're like, what about our friendship is important to you? What do you value most in our friendship? In what ways do you feel supported in the friendship? You know, they're just.
I can answer all three of them with one word. A podcast. Fuck yeah.
Like these are just like, oh. And then, like, in what ways
do you feel that's like a marriage counselor question.
Exactly. Like, in what ways do you feel trust within our friendship? I would never ask my friends these questions.
I have her dirty pictures and I haven't sent them anywhere.
That's true. That's true, you do. I am so thankful.
See? Trust.
Trust. Oh, my God. And then, like, have you ever kept a secret from me? Like...
A lot. I keep secrets from my mama. Okay, fuck.
Like, of course. I don't think there's a person out there that hasn't kept some secrets. I can't think. I have kept secrets from all my friends. Like, it's called privacy. Hello.
And would it be a secret if I tell everybody?
Exactly. I think maybe my best friend Shelby, she might be the only person that I don't have a single secret from that she doesn't know about. But she's also known me for like 30 years, so can't really keep secrets when you're there making all the mistakes together.
Remember that one body we fucking buried?
Yeah, I know. Remember that one time? This question right here. This is not for friends. If we could do one thing together before we die, what would it be?
Sex. Let's just not wait till the end. We all old.
What the fuck? These are not. Those are questions for your spouse, not your friends.
So, was that the ones in personal?
Yeah, those are the personal. There's what is one piece of advice you would give me if you knew I wouldn't get offended?
That's a good one. You go first.
I don't know.
Stop being a bitch.
I don't have any advice that I think would have. I don't think I've given you any advice that would offend you. I don't think I have anything I would say that would.
I don't get offended.
Well, that too.
Only stupid people get offended.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think there's anything you could say that would offend me either, because I'd probably be like, "Yeah, you're right."
Damn. I was thinking the same thing.
I don't. I'm pretty sure I say things to you whether I think you'll be offended or not. If I don't agree with it.
Probably, but I probably don't pick it up because I don't get offended. I'll just be like,
Exactly. So I don't know. What's your least favorite trait in me?
I don't know. It's a good question. That's not something I ever thought about.
What traits do I even have?
What are some of my traits?
I don't know.
I lack eyebrows. Is that a trait?
I drew mine on before we sat down.
I should start doing that.
Yeah, this is what I was doing before we went live. I was looking. I'm like, man, I'm looking a little. I need something. I'm like, I forgot my eyebrows. So there they are.
Those are dumb questions.
They are. I could look in the funny one.
Oh yeah, funny questions.
What's your favorite memory?
Of us, or just
just in general.
A good question.
This is why it's on the list. I can ask a few questions and you can just pick one of them, whatever you have that pops in your brain. Okay,
rapid fire.
What's your favorite memory? What book or movie impacted you most growing up? And what was your favorite childhood game? Or game as a child?
Alright, so one of my favorite memories, because it's the only one that pops up when I hear that sentence or question. When I was younger, I used to live in an apartment complex. Mm-hmm. And it was a gated one. And I made homies in the it was sectioned off into letters. Court A, Court B, all the way to G I think it was, or H. And I lived in C Court, and I made friends with a lot of kids in C Court my age. And then we would get bored. Sometimes we get bored and we'd go off into a different court to see if there was kids hanging out in those courts.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my friends, he was a little older than us, but we were in the same grade because he was an immigrant and they lowered his grade level so he can catch up. Anyways, we decided we were gonna leave the apartment complex, right? And we weren't allowed to, but we're like, fuck this, we're gonna go to the end of the apartment complex, hop the fence, and then we'll go do something, right?
Yeah.
It sounds dumb now, but when you're younger, like that's like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And so we were going, and he said it on nonchalant, right? Like, we're just gonna go jump the fence, right? Jump the fence. And I remember I was like, yeah. And then the closer we got, I was like, I've never jumped the fence before. And so we got there and they started jumping the fence, and I'm like, fuck yeah. And and it's one of those fences. It's not a chain link fence. It's a bar fence, like a bunch of bars and spikes on top of the bar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gets over, and it's my turn, right? And I'm over here struggling because I'm a big boy, and I'm struggling. And I get to the top, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just jump off the top because it's not that high. And I leave backwards, and my baggy shorts got caught in one of those spikes, and I fucking ate shit so hard. The spike went through my pant leg, my short leg, my shorts, and it ripped my shorts, and I ate shit. And I remember I couldn't breathe, and all my friends were laughing at me. That and I remember one time we were playing tag, and I was running away from one of my cousins, and I turned the corner, and I slipped on some sand. I went sliding, I slipped, and I fell, and I was just like on the floor, and I couldn't breathe. And my cousin, he's like 3 years younger than me, and like half of my size. He was like looking. He was like looking down at me, going. And then he looked over at my friends. They're coming. And he looks over at me. He looks over at my friends. And once my friends turned the corner and they saw me, my cousin was like, I told you to stop talking shit. I told you I was going to kick your ass. And he puts the foot on my chest. He's like, do that shit one more time. I was like, damn, we took advantage of the moment, you dick. So I ate shit. And he made it look like he whooped my ass. Fucking great.
That's hilarious. I don't have any. Like, I don't have any favorite that really stick out. I have a lot of memories, obviously.
And growing up was great.
But I can't think of, like, super favorite because I didn't. I liked when my brother threw me off the roof once. That was fun.
I think you told me about that.
I think I told you that story. I don't remember if it was on the podcast or not, but that's definitely a memory that lives in my brain for like
they were jumping off or something.
Yeah,
and you were like, "Throw me!"
Yes, it snowed. I was like, "Throw me!" And my mom was so mad.
And he didn't even flinch. He just said, "Yeet."
Good times.
Hell yeah.
Good times. That's definitely.
Yeah. When you're invincible, you have the best time. It's fucking great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't that hot. It was a shed, so it couldn't have been that tall. And then another one was when it's so stupid looking back on it. And maybe I told this story too, but we had a playhouse. And it was up at the top of we had a really long driveway, and it was at the top of our driveway. And when I say playhouse, it's not like those fancy little cottage ones that they have now. This was a shack. It was a bunch of particle board, like, held together with some nails. And it had a roof. Like, it was it was a decent playhouse for what it was. But we pissed my mom off or something. So she sent all three, me, my older sister, and younger sister, all three of us had to go outside. She's like, you're not allowed to come back in the house. I think one of us was we had to apologize to her for something.
Oh, no.
Don't know what we did, but we were just like, no. We banded together, and we were not going to apologize. And we were in the playhouse. It's Alaska. It was cold. We probably weren't that cold, but we had like our little like a sweaters on. But we felt we needed a fire.
Oh, of course.
And so we were in our playhouse, and we had our little cooking sets, and they were nice. They were little metal ones. And so we got some sticks and everything, and we're Alaskan. We know how to start fire without matches. So we were there. We were trying to make fire. We got some smoke, I think. But it was tiring. We were kids. It never sparked. So what we did is we told our littlest sister, because the little one always gets the special treatment. We made her go inside. And we were like, you go inside and you apologize. You won't be in trouble anymore. And you can go. And we told her where to like go get the matches and like bring us out some
hell
food.
Yeah.
And so she did.
Oh, so you guys were protesting up there?
We were banding together. We're like, we will sacrifice the younger one, but us two older ones are gonna stand our ground.
Go look like a traitor.
We're big kids. And so she went inside. I swear she brought cookies or something out too. or she brought a cookie out. She's like, no, Mom said I couldn't bring you out cookies. I don't quite remember. All I know is she did bring us the matches. So we were in our playhouse, door closed. I don't think there was a window. And
of course,
we started a fire in our little pot and smoked ourselves out of the playhouse.
I bet. Really fast, I bet, too.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened after that, but
that's hilarious.
It was just like I was probably only in 3rd grade at the most.
You know, it'd be a great idea. Smoke insulation and hit. It'd be great. Ruin my lungs.
How stupid. Yeah, I could have only been 2nd or 3rd grade. I was not smart. But we've already established that.
I've done a number of dumb shit.
But now I have learned. Don't start fires inside. It's a bad idea.
Don't smart at all, ever. I remember one time we bought like 4 bags of smoke bombs from the ice cream truck. And we tied them all together. So it's a little ball with the fuse on it. You light the fuse.
Oh, yeah.
And then a bunch of smoke just comes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And we bought a bunch of those, and we tied them all together into a little ball, and we lit it, and we threw it in the gutter.
Huh.
Yeah, and then we were hiding. It looked like the whole fucking block was on fire. The fire department came, and the fucking police department came.
Oh, no.
And they didn't see us. We were hiding. And,
I bet.
It's like one of the dumbest things we've ever done. And then we found out we can tag with those things. So we were lighting them up, and we were just fucking tagging on the walls and stuff with the smoke bombs.
That works.
It's fucking fun.
I taught my little sister how to light matches. And I think my cousin too, because he lived with us for a little bit, and they almost burned the house down.
Oh, I bet. I probably
shouldn't have taught them how to light matches. They were getting we had a couch. I don't know why this couch had fiberglass in it, but this couch had fiberglass. Like, I don't know.
Isn't that bad for your lungs?
Probably. I don't understand why this couch had fiberglass attached to it, but it did. And I think they were like pulling it out and lighting the fiberglass on fire, or maybe it was just cushion. Like, wow. I don't know, but they were like, and I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Talk about lack of regulation. God damn.
Then my mom found out, and then they really got in trouble. But I was just like, I told you, just because I taught you how to do it doesn't mean you should do it.
Yeah, that's something you learn on your own, though.
Like, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I remember growing up, we had a couple burn marks on the carpet here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb shit. Yeah. One time, me and my friends lit a dumpster on fire.
Oh boy!
Oh, that was probably the most hilarious time I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah, because we were trying so hard to light the dumpster on fire. I don't even know why. We were just trying
the trash in the dumpster, or just the dumpster?
Like the trash in the dumpster, dumpster itself.
I wasn't sure if it was like a plastic dumpster and you were trying to.
Nah, it was like the whole metal bin dumpster.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, because we lived in an apartment, so like there was like 5 or 6 of those for the whole apartment complex, or one side of it at least.
Well, I had a massive dumpster too, but it was plastic. But it was huge.
I've never seen them in plastic. No, but this was
the early 90s. I don't know.
Only the lid was plastic. Probably made out of the same plastic.
Probably.
But yeah. So we were trying to light it, and we were just like trying to figure out how to light it. But the whole time we were like messing around, laughing and everything. And then one of my friends lit like a little pile of cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say nothing. We left, and we came back, and the whole fucking thing was on fire.
Oh my god!
And the funniest thing is we were trying to put it out, right? And we were trying to figure out how to put it out. And my friend was like, I have a scar on my arm because he was like, he had a straw. And he was hitting the fire with the straw.
What was his goal there?
I don't fucking know, but it was hilarious. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, look, fool. And he's like hitting it, and then we'll turn it off because like the lid was melting.
Yeah.
So he would like, he was turning it off, but it was so fucking funny There's 10-foot fire and him with his little fucking straw. And I was laughing, and his straw caught on fire, and he was holding it up, and a piece of the wax hit me, hit me in my hand. Yeah.
Oh, that would.
Yeah, and I have a scar. But we turned it off, and we left, and we came back, and the fire department was going down the alley. Goes, have you kids seen the fire? We're like, nah, we didn't see any fire.
What fire? As you hide the burn on your arm.
Everybody was like, what fire? Not over here. Nah, dude. And they left. And the lid was all melted on the floor. It's a fucking puddle of plastic. It was great.
Oh my god!
And I was laughing so hard for like 10 minutes. I couldn't fucking breathe.
Man, you got into so much trouble. I never did anything wrong.
Technically, I didn't get in trouble for that. Technically,
but you did stuff that was wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I never did anything bad.
One time,
or crazy.
One time, we were on the roof of the shed, and it was a maintenance shed, and my friend fell through. He fell through the shed, and I was like, "Oh shit! Hey, you okay?" And it was all quiet, like in the movie, like a movie and shit. Damn, that fool died. He goes, "There's a lot of stuff in here." I was like, "Oh shit, you're alive!" It was great. And one time we broke into a. I have a lot of stories. One time we broke into we were bored, and we went. Yeah. We were walking, and we stopped at a school. Mm-hmm. We hopped the fence and we were playing soccer on the field. And then we got bored, so we broke into the school, like not in the building, but like.
Yeah.
We broke in through the fence, and he left his ball there, and we broke in, and we were just like walking around the school. We're like, damn, this school's fucking nice. Way better than our fucking shitty school. We're just walking around. After like an hour, we came back, and my friend was mad because his soccer ball was gone. Somebody took his soccer ball.
Oh no!
He was all pissed. He was all running around, all angry, and I was just laughing. And he climbed the fence, and he jumped over it. And he's like, and the fence had like a tarp on it. You couldn't see into it. It was a chain link fence. He's like, dude, and I was like, what? He starts throwing a bunch of cones, and it was the sports equipment. Yeah, so he was like throwing over cones and like nets and like padding for like football paddings and stuff so you can tackle. And he was just like throwing a bunch of shit over, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I'm looking for a ball. He was trying to get a ball from the.
Oh my god! All the sports equipment.
And then he brought out a big ass box. He's like, dude, this box is heavy. And he brought it. I don't remember how he got it over the fence. And it was a bunch of flyers, like a bunch of old flyers to like a graduation. And he just starts fucking throwing them everywhere, like hundreds and hundreds of flyers. Yeah. And I was like, wait. He's like, what? Is that a cop? We looked down the field, and on the other side of the fence, he sees security guard, and the cop. It was two vehicles, security guard and a cop. He's like, oh shit! And we started running, and the cops saw us, and they started chasing us. And they were across the field, and they had to hop the fence, and we were like, going. And we hopped the fence, and I slipped. Like mid-run, I slipped and I slid under a bleacher.
Oh no!
And I was just like I can't get out and run fast enough.
Yeah,
I can't. And I was like under the bleacher, and the security guard runs by. He hops the fence and he runs by. I'm like, oh fuck! And I was sitting there for like 5 minutes.
They didn't see you slip and
they didn't see me. No, because we had to run up some stairs, and then hop the fence. And then we were running like behind the bleachers, behind some shrubs, some hedges and stuff. So they didn't see us.
They missed
after
that
we hopped
part.
the fence. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I slipped and I slid under the bleachers, and I just kind of tucked myself in.
Yeah.
And they ran by, and after like 5 minutes, I got up and I ran the other direction. And then we met up. We met up at a store that was like down the street from the high school that we were at. Mm-hmm. And we were in there, like our theory was like they're never gonna come in here. It's a hardwood store. Like, why would a bunch of teenagers go into?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, right? They will go to a liquor store or something.
Yeah.
So we're in there, and we all met up and we're like telling each other what happened and how we were getting chased or whatever. And then I looked down the aisle in the security, and the cop was talking to one of the ladies that worked there to see if they saw us. And I was like, dude, the fucking cops are here. And we fucking ran out of the store, and then I don't remember what happened for the rest of the day. Well, we left
You didn't get caught, though.
We didn't get caught. We left a mess. It was...
Yeah.
Like after like 10 minutes of him like just like throwing, I was like, we shouldn't be doing this. It's a fucking mess. Like in my head, we were gonna clean it up. like that's how dumb I was. In my head, I'm like, damn, it's gonna be a bitch to clean it up. But nah, we were out.
Teddy, that's
we were out of there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's great. Yeah, I don't have any crazy stories. Mine are just memories. Normal, average memories.
I told my friend, like, you should write a book, fool. The amount of stories that fool has.
Yeah.
He's like, we should, huh? Like, it'd be great. He, like, my friend Tech, they used to be on the podcast, like, the first season.
Yeah.
That fool has stories for days. You can't even... Like, I was a good boy compared to that fool.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I remember...
It's crazy because I think about people and all their different... Because you have... Even from just... Not even stories, but just the different lives that people live. I think about... Because, like, you've lived in your area your whole life, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
You haven't moved. And I've moved, like, every
state
3 years.
State to state, yeah.
Since I was 19, I have moved every 2 to 3 years. And it's just crazy. And not even just like little moves, like you were saying, like state, cross country.
Yeah, that's
back
crazy.
Across the country. And it's just like, it's so weird to think about.
But that's a story on its own too. Like that's, like to me, that's crazy. Like I've never left, my city.
I know. And like, here I am getting ready to move again. And I'm just like, yeah, here we go again.
You're just like, yeah, we're just going to move a couple states
and
north.
other people, when I tell them I'm moving, they're just like, what? How? Like, oh, it's so overwhelming. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, it is, but like...
Everything becomes a memory.
It's just, you do this, and then you get in your car and you leave. And like, that's how you move. And other people, like my friend, she hasn't moved ever. She's moved one time in her life, and she stayed in that same town the rest of it.
You know what it is?
She's terrified to move.
You develop a physical attachment to your things.
Well, I don't get rid of my things. I get rid of the stuff that's not important, like
that's what I'm saying.
My bed frame and couches, and like none of that's sentimental. Like, yeah, but my pots and pans that my mom and dad gave me, I'm gonna keep those.
Yeah, but that's easy to put in a box and take it with you.
Exactly. Everything that's like, sentimental, I keep in a box.
Everything you said at the beginning, like it isn't sentimental, but once you decided that you're gonna leave, it becomes sentimental. Like, oh, that's my couch. Well, that's my fridge. Oh, but
I have a cedar chest. That's literally probably the only piece of furniture that I continue to move with, and I got it when I was 14.
You can't constantly move things around too. They start to get weak and deteriorate. And
yeah, my cedar chest is held up pretty good, but that was a high quality piece of furniture. Probably the only high quality piece of furniture I own. And that's because my parents got it for me. So like everything else is pretty low quality.
IKEA.
If even.
Target. Is that Walmart shit?
Yeah, it's Amazon. What can you order from Amazon when you sort price by lowest? And that's that's what my furniture consists of.
Oh no.
But yeah, so it's just weird when you talk, because for me, the idea of staying in the same place forever, that scares me.
That's because you don't plan it that way. I didn't grow up
do.
going, I'm never leaving this place ever. Like, there was times where I wanted to leave. There was lots of times where I wanted to leave. I just couldn't.
Where would you move if you could? If you could move, where would you go?
There was a time in my life where I was 2 days away from leaving to Vegas. And it wasn't because I want to go party, because it was it's cheaper, and
you told me that story,
and the minimum is the same.
Yeah,
so.
But if you could choose without money or anything, nothing bothering, where would you move if you could? If everything worked out and you could do what you wanted, where would you live if you could choose?
I'll probably move to the East Coast. Because
where specifically?
Somewhere in New York, somewhere heavily populated. I'm a city guy, so if I could have it my way, it's a city life.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
And I'm like South Dakota.
It's the middle of nowhere. Put me in the fucking
for some reason, like South Dakota's been if I could go somewhere and live, it would probably, if I had an opportunity to go there, I would. I don't know if I'd stay there forever, but and when I drove through it again this last summer with my girls, I didn't remember it quite like I did when I fell in love with it, but I think I drove a different road, so maybe that's why. But it just potholes. I like city, but I really like country.
Getting away is cool, but being there is.
I hate the city. I like being able to go to a city, but I don't want to live close enough that I'm actually in the city.
Yeah, I understand that.
Even here in Little Rock, I don't ever go into the city ever. I don't even know if there is a city. Like, I see a skyline, there's a city. And there's buildings, but I don't really drive through it ever.
Yeah.
Except I guess when I go to the children's hospital, and then when we lived in Virginia, the only time I ever went down to Richmond was to go to the hospital, the children's hospital. So I hate the city. I avoid it. But I like the option. So, yeah, probably. And the only reason I say that is, South Dakota is because I've already lived in Montana and I've already lived in Alaska. So, or Utah. I would go to Utah too, but it's really expensive.
Is it?
Yeah. Utah, Nevada, or South Dakota. Those are my three.
Damn, I can't. I'm just recalling all the times that I wanted to leave.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Because if I didn't go, like the question you asked, in my head I was like, oh, just moving to LA, like, because I live in LA County, but the city is far. The city is like a 45-minute drive, which is kind of far.
It is.
So, but every time. When I first started driving and stuff, we would go out there a lot.
Yeah,
like an inconvenient number of times. We would go out there, like we lived out there, and even if I had money and I had nothing to do, like I just like driving around, being in the city. I don't know.
Well, see, that's why I like driving around, but I like to drive around the country.
Just looking at all the nature.
Yeah, I love. Well, yeah, I've almost gotten in a couple of car accidents looking at nature while driving.
Sorry, the tree. It was like
yes,
beautiful.
Yes. My mom, sister, and I, all of us, we will stop and take pictures of trees.
I understand.
If we see a cool tree, we will stop and take a picture of it.
Same. And I'll stop
and
take
when
a
my
picture
mom
of
was when my mom was like, I think she was giving me directions somewhere. But she was asking where I was at on my drive to come see her or something. I don't know. And it was like, oh, yeah, I passed that one tree. She's like, oh, okay. I know.
Landmark.
We use the trees as landmarks sometimes. Yeah. So, no, I'm very much, I don't know. I'd probably go back to Montana, too. I loved living there. Like, I hated the snow. Fuck the snow. Ugh. So fucking cold. However, everything else was great.
That's funny because we did the Your New Daddy's podcast, and I was talking about the rain, I love the rain, but it's so inconvenient trying to be an adult in the rain. But I still love it though. I still love the sound, the smell.
I like the sound and the smell, but I do not like when it's raining. It gives me anxiety.
It's inconvenient. Oh, because the inconvenience it can put on you.
Not
right?
just the inconvenience, but I don't like driving, the lights going out, the wind, I like storms, but I don't like them.
They're inconvenient. Those are the inconveniences I'm talking about. Driving, having to drive in the rain is so a fucking pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Oh, especially in Southern California. Oh, you might as well be driving on ice.
All the stupid people. Oh, it's raining out. Go for a drive.
We can still go 70 miles an hour on the road. It's fine.
So slow? Because if I haul ass through this fucking puddle, I'm gonna make a sharp right, you dumbass.
I will die. That's why. It won't be good.
You ever hit a puddle and make a sharp right? That's just scary as fuck.
Yeah, I've hydroplaned on the freeway before.
Oof. It's so funny watching somebody hydroplane. When somebody hydroplanes on the freeway, everybody slows down, just watches. Everybody starts to slow down, get out of the way. You just see this one guy.
Yeah, where's it going?
Going through all the lanes, and then as soon as he pulls over and contemplates his life, we all go back to going.
Yes, I didn't pull over and contemplate. I was just like, that was scary.
You're like going like this, and your car's like going. You're like, that's not cool.
A lesson learned. Don't do that again. Yeah, I hate driving in the rain, in storms, snow as much, as long as it's not sticking. If it's not sticking to the ground yet, I'm good.
I haven't experienced having to be in the snow longer than just to go visit, so I don't know the inconveniences of snow. But my friends that moved to Washington, they're like, this just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun.
Like, it's cool when it happens, but then you're like over it after a day.
I liked it. It snowed down here once, literally over Christmas break, about like 2 days before Christmas. Yeah, like we got actual snow. The kids went out and built snow angels, but it was just a dusting. It was so nice though because it snowed. It was right before Christmas. The kids got to play in it, and it was melted. Maybe 3 or 4 days after Christmas, it was gone. Like, that was perfect. We got a nice little snowstorm, and now it's spring. Yay. But driving in it, yeah, people were scared. I was, like, filling Elena's prescription because she was sick with something. And it was taking forever to get it. And it was and I was like, well, I better go to the pharmacy before the snowstorm hits. Storm. And I was sitting,
white stuff.
And yeah, the thing is, I even took a picture with my phone. Literally a speck of snow. It was melting while it hit my window. Like, that's how light the snow was. And instantly, I could just feel the panic in the air of everybody coming to the store. Like, we need food, we need milk, we need eggs. We're gonna be snowed in. And by the time I left, it was full on snowing. But even then, it wasn't that bad. It was just
scary.
It was just sprinkling snow, not big fluffy flakes, just little bits, but more than speckles. And it was sticking to the ground. And I'm like, I was worried it was going to be bad driving home, but I did a brake check and I was good. But nobody knows how to drive in the snow down here, though.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen often.
And I'm not that good at it
just
because
stick over here with the rain.
I haven't had to deal with snow since Montana or Oregon. And so yeah, it's been a good 4 or 5 years since I've had really solid snow driving experience. So we get ice storms, like the ice. That's fun. But
ice storms? I don't know. Is that when everything freezes over?
Yeah, it's basically it snows, but then it drops below freezing, so everything turns to ice. But because it was melting and then it freezes, and so you just get these sheets of ice. That was the big one in 2021, I guess is what it was. Maybe it was 2021. And so like we live on a really steep hill, and it snowed and melted a bunch, and then snowed and then melted, and it was probably like this thick. It was an inch or two of ice just at the top, and I had to get de-icer and everything from Home Depot, and it was sprinkling it on the top and like breaking it up with a shovel and sliding down the road at the same time I'm trying to like
That's tight.
It was great. It was a lot of fun, but all of us, so we were working on it and then our neighbors were working on it. So we were all trying to work on our little community roadway so nobody would slam into the neighbor's house at the bottom of the hill.
Oh shit.
Because there's a house right at the very bottom. And that's
just like,
where everybody
like the goalkeeper
go.
and shit. I got you guys. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
pretty much. So my house is here, and then the neighbor's house is like there, and then there's the hill.
Have you ever
so
been,
if I get it right, I could just get straight into mine and hopefully stop when we hit the grass. That was my plan.
Have you ever been in a car accident?
Yes, about 4 of them.
God damn. Okay.
None of them were my fault.
But was it like, do you consider it like life changing? Was it one of those? Did your car drive away?
Yes, my car drove away from all of them. One of them,
no.
The car that hit me in one of them did not drive away.
Holy shit! Let's talk to that guy.
And I felt so bad. I felt awful for this person, even though they're the ones that hit me and were being stupid. And it was winter time, so the roads were icy, and the light turned yellow. Now, usually, what do you do when you see a yellow light?
You speed up.
You speed up and go through it.
Yeah.
But it was on a turn, and it's icy. And I saw it. I was like, I'm not going to make that. So I slowed down and stopped. They didn't think I was going to stop. They thought I was going to speed up. So what did they do? They also wanted to run through the light. So they slammed right. They tried to stop and ended up hitting me really bad. And my car.
I feel like you didn't even do like an abrupt stop either. You just kind of slowed into it, right?
I was fully stopped when they hit me. And they hit me.
But what I'm saying, it wasn't like you went, oh fuck, and try to stop.
Yeah, no, because I would have slid. I wouldn't have been able to stop. Because that's the thing, when you're on ice or frosty ground, if you slam on your brakes, you just slide. Your analogs kick in, and you just keep sliding. But if you slowly hit, but if you slow on your brakes and you don't slam on them, you probably won't slide, and you don't slide as bad. So I slowed to a stop. These people did not slow, and so that's why they slammed into me. But the problem was they had all their fishing gear in their trunk. Like, I could see it. I'm like, they had a whole fucking day planned, and now their car is totaled.
That sucks.
And so I felt bad.
Damn,
but they
you didn't get to go fishing and you pay for my car? This sucks.
They didn't even have insurance.
Oh, they didn't pay for your car? Damn.
So they had a guy.
Illegal, right?
They're like, I know a guy. Please don't call the cops. And so people pleaser. So I did not. And they're like, I know a guy. And like, I had to take my car somewhere weird.
She's like, I'm not Felipe, wait.
They got it all fixed up and everything, but.
Oh, they actually knew a guy? Hell yeah.
They knew a guy, and I had to take it to their shop. It was a pain in the butt. I should have just gone through the cops, but. Because their car was completely totaled. There was smoke coming out the top, and the hood was all bent and dented, and my car's bumper was fucked up. I'm surprised my airbags didn't deploy, to be honest with you. They hit me pretty hard. And then another time, I flew off the freeway because snowstorm.
You flew off the freeway and you drove away?
Yeah. It was a snowstorm, so, you know. How else? So I was driving. I was
GTA,
trying...
the fucking...
Yes. It was pretty much... I was trying to take my boyfriend at the time some soup. It was snowy, and he wanted some soup. And so I was like, I will bring you soup.
Brownie points.
It's a little middle of a snowstorm with a weather advisor saying, if you don't need to go out, don't. And I'm like, nah, he needs his soup.
The man needs his fucking soup, all right?
So I was like, I'll be fine. I can do this. And I don't even know what exactly happened. But something happened in the car and freeway, so 60, 70 miles an hour. I was probably not doing that because it's snowing. I wasn't even 5 miles from home. I had just gotten on the freeway. Car started spinning. I'm seeing semi-trucks coming at me. I'm like, well, that's not good. And I ended up off the side of the road. Oh, and I was taking my little sister was with me. I'm pretty sure I was taking her to her tutor because I told my mom, I'm like, oh, I got it. I'll take her. And then I was like, I can go see my boyfriend and drop off his soup. And then I'll go pick up my sister from her tutoring, and it's a win-win for everybody. God.
And then you flew off the freeway majestically.
And then I flew off the freeway and had to call my mom and dad and go, so we're okay, but we're stuck.
Shit.
On the side of the freeway. I don't even know how we got out. I know my dad came. I think he managed to get my car out.
You have a winch? Oh, they had a winch.
No, they brought like shovels and stuff, and they were just
dug you out. That's tight.
Yeah. So, but yes, I've learned how to drive better in the snow as a result of these errors that one was my fault, but I didn't get in trouble or a ticket because they were too busy dealing with actual accidents. And the other one was not my fault because you're supposed to stop when lights are yellow. You're not supposed to go through them. So
his fault completely.
Then the other ones weren't like anything major, severe.
That actually happened to me. Now that you brought it up, I've been in about 4 accidents as well. But the first one I had barely started driving. I already knew how to drive, but I had barely started driving.
Yeah.
And then I was looking to switch lanes on the freeway. So I'm hitting my mirrors, right? Hitting my mirrors, looking, put my blinker on, hitting my mirrors. I look up and the cars in front of me are stopping abruptly. And I think 3 cars or 4 cars in front of me had already crashed because somebody came to a stop and nobody could stop. So I hit the brakes and I was sliding. And it's funny because every time I've crashed, I've had enough time to everything slows down and I kind of going, what can I do here? What are my options? So I'm looking in the mirrors and I'm sliding, right? Like 10 feet, 30 feet. I'm like looking at my mirrors going, do I have enough space? Can I go? Are they moving? No, and they did it and I hit the car in front of me. Nothing happened. I just cracked my bumper or whatever. The car in front of me, I didn't do anything damage to the back. The car in front of them was sandwiched, completely fucked. It was like, and then the car in front of her, his back bumper was fucked. And then the car in front of him, nothing really happened. So, the one in the front and the one in the back, we kind of just drove away. Like, nothing happened to us. And everybody was like, you guys can go. So we left. And then, but yeah, one time I was driving in the rain. It's a crazy story. Tech was there. We were going to school. At all the times we were like, fuck it, let's go to school. Let's try to finish up. We were in continuation adult school. Yeah. We're like, fuck it, let's just go. You know, progress. Whatever we can get in, we can get in. You know, I went to drop off his girlfriend who was pregnant. She was pregnant at the time with his now 9-year-old, I think. Or 11-year-old, actually. I don't know. One of those. Between 11 and 9. And she was pregnant. And I had dropped her off at her continuation school. And I was like, okay, let's go. Okay, we're going to go fuck around, but we decided to go to school. So we're going. It was raining. And I was coming up to a left turn. The light turned yellow. And I don't remember gunning it. I don't remember, like, going faster. I just remember going through it normally.
Yeah.
And then my car starts sliding sideways. And I remember Tech was on his laptop. He was on his laptop. And the car starts sliding. He looks at me. He's like, "Hey, yeah!" And then I was just like, "Nah." I just looked at him like, "Nah." And he's like,
"No, this isn't a good one."
Nah, I was like, "Nah, dog. Like this is going on its own."
I'm not drifting.
And he was like, "Oh shit!" And he had enough time to close the laptop and grab onto it like that on his chest. And as soon as I try to correct, you always overcorrect. First time, if you don't know what you're doing, you always overcorrect. So I just started fucking tail whipping all over the fucking place. And then I got into the center divider and I was going to go on to coming traffic, but I hit a fucking tree. Blah. And as soon as I hit the tree, my glasses went flying. None of the airbags went off. And I hit my chest on the steering wheel and I got whiplash from the belt.
Mm.
And everything went fucking white, and I couldn't see, and I couldn't breathe. I look over at Tech, and he couldn't breathe. And then we kind of just crawled out of the car like we got shot. And we met up at the back, and we just hugged. And we're like, "Fuck, dude!" Because I remember him screaming, and I didn't scream. I don't have reactions like that. Like I said, I was trying to figure out what I could do to get out of the situation I was in. So I was like, I remember I was like looking in my mirrors, and then everything, like when it whips. Like your vision just goes whoosh, like you get so discombobulated.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out what the fuck was happening, and I don't even know how many times I fishtailed, and then I don't remember going on the center divider hitting the tree. And then I was like, after we came to and we calmed down, I was like, put your laptop in the trunk, because if they see the laptop, they're gonna think we were fucking around. So
that's true.
So he put the laptop in the trunk. I found my glasses. Somebody
like,
told us.
Cool, be cool.
Somebody told us, turn off the car, dude. It's gonna fucking catch on fire if you leave it on. So I learned something that day. I turned off the car. We were just waiting, and then the cops showed up. Everybody showed. I called my dad. Hey, I crashed my car. I'm not making it home anytime soon. And I remember the cop. The only reason I remember this cop is because he was like, "You're the one that hit the tree." Yeah, I hit the tree. The trees always win. I was like, you motherfucker.
Trees always win.
I'm never gonna forget that. The trees always win.
Trees always win.
Fuck that tree, dude. It came out of nowhere and shit. And yeah, that's probably one of the. That's the only crash that I didn't drive away from. She was total as fuck. Really fucked.
Yeah, I've never had one. My ex crashed my car, and he wasn't able to drive away in it.
Oh.
I don't think, but that was someone texting and driving and slammed into him. But I also feel like it was partly his fault.
That was partly somebody's fault.
I wasn't there, and he was just trying to get home. And you know how when you have like the 2 lanes of traffic going the same direction, and then you have 2 lanes going the other direction, and so everybody was lined up on one thing because they all wanted to turn, and he was like, "Well, fuck that! I don't need to turn." So he went in the other lane that was completely empty, going the speed limit. It's like you shouldn't be going that fast next to cars that aren't going fast, and so somebody. I guess they didn't see him, or they were trying to come this way, and so they didn't know, and just.
You always have to be aware of your surroundings. I
know, and that's kind of what I told him. I was like, you should never be driving the speed limit if traffic on the other lane next to you is completely stopped, going your direction.
Yeah.
Like you can't go that fast next to cars.
Yeah, because they're gonna be trying to jump into your aisle, into your lane.
Exactly. I was like, you never know when people are gonna like try and like move over.
What scares me the most is a motorcycle.
Especially in California. Yeah, oh my god, they're the worst down there. They scare me so much.
Every time I'm in traffic and it's not going the speed it's supposed to be going, I look for motorcycles because. Oh yeah,
because they can weave in between the cars.
Yeah, they can split lanes. It's totally illegal here in California. So they're hauling ass, and they could split lanes, but they can only haul ass in the carpool lane. So they can't be like in the middle hauling ass. They have to make their way to the carpool lane, and then they could take the carpool lane.
But that's not how they do it.
But they're still doing, you're doing 30 miles an hour, and they're still doing 45, 50 miles an hour down every lane, and it's fucking scary.
Yeah, they just pop in out of nowhere.
Yeah, so I'm always. That's just, I don't know. I get like nervous.
That is, I would never, I don't mind riding on, like I would ride on a motorcycle. I haven't, but I would. But on the freeway, especially busy ones, no.
They're always busy.
Not if you're out in the country, but yeah, in California.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think you could pay me to get on a motorcycle in California.
But I've avoided so many accidents just by paying attention to my surroundings.
Oh, samesies.
A lot of, like I remember.
I had a truck. Actually, I saved the video because I have a dash cam. This truck. I was at a stoplight. I don't know, maybe a few months ago. Probably has been longer. My sense of time is like toast. But I was at a stoplight coming home from the store, and the light turned green. I didn't go right away because I always check just to make sure.
Yeah.
And while I was checking, there was a bunch of bushes over to the side, so you can't clearly see. This truck literally out of nowhere just ran the red light. The light was green for me at least 15 seconds, probably.
Nah, that's a
Maybe
long ass
not
time.
that long. Maybe
15
like
seconds is a long ass time.
it was probably 5 seconds, but it felt like 15.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was green, and I went back and watched the video. I'm like, did I like miss that? Did he really run a red light? And yeah, no, I had started going, but I didn't.
That shit would have plowed you so hard.
It would have hurt. Thankfully, it would have been on the passenger side, so it would have just totaled my car. I would have been fine. I don't think. Oh, I think I had my daughter with me though, and she's on the passenger side in the back. I can't remember. Maybe she wasn't with me. I don't know. As a mom, all you think of is would my kids die if they were here?
Oh
and
my
yeah,
God.
One of my kids would not. They probably would not have survived. So
Damn.
I don't know if they were with me or not. Does not matter. It wouldn't have been
done the
good.
same thing. I remember one time I was waiting for a left. The light turned green. I didn't go. The guy in front of me went. The guy behind me honked, and I was like, nah. And my homie's like, well, come on. And I was like, nah. And a fucking car, because the speed limit on that road was 50 miles an hour. So the guy ran the red. He T-boned the guy in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I can remember the guy's face who ran the red light because I saw his face as he ran the red light. He had no idea he was running the red light.
Have you run a red light?
I've ran red lights like that before too, so I know I've known he's like when you like randomly look up and you're running a red light. That shit, your fucking soul leaves your body, dude.
It does. I've only done it maybe twice, maybe. I ran stop signs, and so I think I might be categorizing them in the same. Stop signs
scare me because kids cross. A lot of kids, more pedestrians cross stop signs than they do crosswalks. Like, it scares the fuck out of yeah, because crosswalks are like major streets, and nowadays not a lot of people are out. Back in the days, a lot of people were, especially like the boulevard. But
yeah, I suppose.
But like a residential stop, like. I
don't ever have any kids near my stop signs.
I don't know. I always look for bikes and stuff because I've never stopped at a stop sign on a bike.
Yeah, that's true. I do, but I'm
but like I don't know.
I know what you're saying. I definitely when I run stop signs, it's not good.
Dude,
even here, I've done it here so many times because stop signs are in the randomest fucking spots. I swear to God, I hate it. But that's what you get when you live, in the suburbs, I guess. But it's, yeah, I don't like it every time. More when I run red lights, though. One, I'm thankful I didn't die.
Yeah.
And that I didn't hurt somebody.
It's crazy.
And then once I finish running it and I realize I'm not dead and I escaped death and I'm alive, then I'm like, shit, where's the cop?
Yeah, you start looking for the cop. It was an accident, I swear.
Like, yay, I'm alive. Fuck. Where's the police?
It's funnier when there's people in the car with you. I remember I ran a red light once, and my girlfriend at the time, she's like, "It's red. It's red. It's red. The light's red!" And I fucking passed that shit.
See, I'm the opposite. When I have people in the car, I was carpooling with my friend. I might have told this story before. We were carpooling to work. And I had stopped, even though the light had turned green, and it was green while I was driving. I still stopped, and my friend was like, "It's." And my friend was like, "It's green, it's green, dude. It's fucking green. Go."
Oh, sorry.
Why? She's like, "Why did you even stop? It was never red." Like,
I've been living here for a long time. Okay, it used to be a stop sign, motherfucker. Right?
She was like, "Why?" What? I'm like, I'm sorry. And then I did it again when we were carpooling. And she's like, you can't drive anymore.
I'll drive from now on.
She's like, you're going to make us late to work if you stop at green lights.
I was talking to some of the coworkers at work. And they were talking about like how sometimes they do overtime and they're a little tired. Or they smoke too much during their lunch break. Yeah. I was like, have you ever left work? And there's a lot of construction right now where I'm at. So a lot of the lights they're blinking red, so they're stop signs basically. And I'm like, have you ever left work and stopped at a red light waiting for it to turn green? But it doesn't turn green because it just flashes red. Everyone's like, yeah, dude. One time I got high as fuck. And I was waiting at a red blinking light for it to turn green. I was shit.
Oh my god.
Been there, done that. What you guys doing? Waiting for the stop sign to turn green? There's a commercial like that. Shit, we did. They're all innocent. There. Waiting for the stop sign to turn green. Fuck yeah.
That's awesome. Good times. Good times.
We didn't even get to the Reddit segment.
No, we just answered a bunch of questions.
We'll do it next time.
Yeah.
We'll have an actual topic for you guys next time. An interesting one. Maybe.
Yes.
I should have Saturday free. That should be no problem. On my end. It should be no problem on my end. Unless I start moving.
Yeah, well, I mean, same. I think I should be... It probably won't be this coming weekend. It'll probably be next
I'm going to
weekend.
minimize everything. I'm going to put away one of my monitors, one of my PCs, all these fucking wires.
Got lots to
I'm excited. Do. Hopefully I'm approved. Everything's go.
Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. So many exciting things happening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a great year. Things are looking up.
I'm no longer sad and depressed. It's gonna be great.
I'll be sad and depressed for other reasons.
New problems, here we come. Hell yeah.
Yes, here we are. Here we're going. Woohoo.
All right.
That was fun.
We're gonna end the podcast here. We're gonna raid out. I appreciate everybody for coming through for the live. We go lives now on Saturdays.
You want to go raid Dom or?
Actually, I want to raid Double the Trouble. Their podcast is on right now.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Oh. How are we not following them?
Here you
go. Where'd you send it to?
On chat.
Oh, thank you. I didn't close. You know what? Never mind. I didn't close nothing.
Yeah.
Is
there any holidays coming up? I know Martin Luther King Day was recently, but
Valentine's Day, barf.
We'll do some Reddit by the time. We'll do Reddit.
We'll do the like bad ones.
Yeah.
Bad something. Yeah.
There's a subreddit that says I think it's no double dates, no second date. I think we'll do something related to Valentine's.
Bad dating stories and share our own.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
All right.
Oh no. Flashbacks. Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, we're gonna rate. There we go. I think I did it.
My hair stopped.
Yay! I did it.
Bye guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the Rolling Thick podcast. Don't forget we record these episodes live over at twitch.tv/The Rolling Thick, and we go live every Saturday night, 8 p.m. Pacific time.
We love interacting with chat and hearing your stories and opinions and suggestions, so come stop on by.
The podcast can be found over at Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Stitcher.
If you guys want to get updates about the lives and watch clips of the podcast and behind the scenes shenanigans, you can follow and message us on TikTok or Instagram at The Rolling Thick.
And remember, if no one loves you, we love you. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.